Okie dokie. Today, or for this lesson, we are talking about ordering numbers. Order. Now, it's very similar to comparing. It's just a little bit more complicated because we'll have more than two numbers. Also, you'll want to pay attention and read carefully if it asks for least to greatest or greatest to least, because sometimes it will switch it up, and I hate when I see fifth graders accidentally, write it the wrong way. So let's look at number 7. So if I have those three numbers, this is when writing them vertically is going to be even more key because there's just more to keep track of. So I have 324,688. Now, I want to say if you have notebook paper, turning your notebook sideways and writing it on the lines where you just write one digit in each line can be super helpful because then it can keep them each in the place, especially if your handwriting is a little messier. I'm going to write 468, so we have 32,468. Then this last one is 880, 246, and then 3 million. All right, so we're going from least to greatest, so we're looking for the smallest number. Well, notice how this one has millions, and the other ones don't have millions, so I know that that one is going to be the biggest one, the greatest one, so that will go at the end as the biggest one. Okay, so I'm going to cross that one off because that way I won't get confused. And then I notice this one has 100,000s. This one doesn't have any 100,000s. So then I know that this one is going to be my next biggest. So notice how I actually found the biggest ones first, but then I could just go in reverse, leaving this one as the smallest one, since I know I had to start with the least and go to the greatest. So again, I wrote them vertically and I compared them that way. Let me go ahead and just erase this so we can do the second example. Alrighty. So we have these three numbers. Now these are they all have 1 million. So that's what I'm talking about, how it can be helpful to write them. I'm going to draw these lines. You can draw lines if you don't have a notebook, but I would highly recommend writing it on your notebook paper. So 1, 600, 4, 5, 6. Oops, I made a few extra lines. Oh well. 1, 604, 654. And now I knew these were all the same length, so I knew I could start them at the same line. But if ever I were to get anything over here where it wasn't lining up, that wouldn't be okay, because we want the ones to always line up, and the tens and the hundreds in each place like that. So if we look at the millions place, they all have 1, so it's a tie. Let's look at the 100,000s place. Well, this one has a 0. Those have 600,000. I know that 0 is less than that, so that tells me that this last one is the smallest number. So this one right here is going to be my smallest. I'm going to write them in order over on the right side. So this is the least. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cross that one off now that I'm done with it. So I'm down to these two. So 6, 6. They both have no 10,000s. Now the thousands place, this one has 0, this one has 4,000. I know 0 is less than 4, so that tells me this is my next smallest. 1,600,456, leaving 1,604,654 as the biggest. Now if I just stop and look at those numbers, let's see if it makes sense. Well, they all have 1 million. This one is only 64,000. This one is 600,000. This one is 604,000. So that makes sense with what I found when I lined them all up. You always want to look back and say, Does that make sense? Does that match with what I would expect? Or is something off and I should fix it? Let's do a few more practices. All right, I'll just write these numbers. So I have 640. Ooh, Peter is unhappy. 45,300. I'm so sorry. I'm going to rewrite that down here. 645,321. That's a little bit better. 654,987. 645,231. Let's rate these ones actually from greatest to least. We just did least to greatest. Let's practice greatest. Remember that means biggest to least or smallest. All right, so I'm going to write them vertical. Now I'm actually just going to take the second and the third ones and write them underneath the first one. Notice how I lined up my ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. And again on this one. All right, so they all have 600,000. That's a tie. 4, 5, 4. Oh, well, I'm looking for the greatest one. 5 is bigger than 4, so this one must be my biggest one. Telling me 654,987 is the biggest. I'm going to go ahead and cross that one out so I don't get confused by it. Then I have 5 and 5, which is a tie. 3 and 2. Oh, 3 is bigger than 2, so I know that this one must be my next biggest. So I have 645,321, leaving me with my last one of 645,231 is the least or the smallest. So line them up, look at it place by place, and see which one is in order. All right. Again, let me make sure. So 654, yeah, that's bigger than 645. And then if I'm just comparing these last two, 321 is bigger than 231. So that makes sense. That seems like I figured it out. Take your time. Don't try and rush and just guess on the biggest one. Really take the time to write it out and make sure that you can do it. You can sort of see place by place which one is the biggest. Good luck.